There's no penalty for changing your clothes either. You're just forced to wear the Survey Corps outfit for just the beginning portion. Then it really doesn't matter what you wear. Peetoof. I love how you hear a Chimchar cry, yet Chimchar is not even in the game yet. I don't know, that's always weird. Okay, go ahead and evolve this Cascoon in the Dustox. Carry a Weasel with me. But yeah, see? As time goes on, more homes start getting built. As you go on through the game, more and more happens. Man, my Bidoof is big. Also, if you have questions too, go ahead and make this your quest, because then you can start tracking them. Ah, wrong button. Oops, did I do the Weasel quest? Well, that was silly. Okay. Never mind. There it is. It becomes funny once you get Alpha Pokemon, because then you'll just see these towering Pokemon in the background. I always found it amusing. Alright. Where's this third one at? I think it normally hangs out by the building materials, though, doesn't it? No? Hmm. It feels like you shouldn't be back here. I always enjoy that. Well. I seem to be blanking on what this last one is. Oh, it's over here. Derp. Durr. Oh yeah, I forgot about her. It's Karen's ancestor. How are things, my good friend? I certainly hope you're putting that secret backstrike technique I taught you to good use. Either way, I have some super potions here, just for you. Oh, think nothing of it. Having the Survey Corps out and about studying Pokemon is great for business, you know? Supporting you now is actually an investment in my own fortunes. And now I must depart. There are ruins that are just calling to me. Okay, now when do you get the first ride Pokemon of the game? Yes, that is what rare candies look like. At least in this game. Most of the time I just kind of sell them because I don't really have a use for them. Because leveling up in this game is kind of on the easy side. Okay, heavy balls are interesting, but right now I don't really have a way to actively use them. So yes, I will make them, but I'm just going to store them for the time being. Oh, wait a minute. This guy's essentially the PC. I'll take this Ponyta. A ground type attack on a flying type? You're nuts! Nah. I don't understand this at all, but apparently putting Pokemon to work like this actually increases their friendship. I don't know why either. I really don't. Do you have, No, not yet. Alright, let's do this. Meanwhile, I'm going to fight you clear down there. Down there. Also, yes, do not be bold and jump down there, especially since it's an Alpha Parasect. Not a good idea. Also, this game will make you hate that Pokemon. Oh yes, one other tidbit of information that I forgot to mention. Whenever a Pokemon uses a Agile style or Strong style move, it consumes more power points than usual. It's just 2, don't sweat it, but the fact that it does more than usual is kinda jarring. I missed. Missed again. Oh yes, this is another spot I recommend you remembering, because this is where Pichu can spawn. More Pichu. If you need to get all the data for Pichu, this is where you need to do it. Oh yes, here's a detail that you're going to know about later. You have Pokemon that are static encounters that will fly around the map. You can capture them, but I don't recommend you try it now. You'll be able to get them more easily later. Also, if anyone ever questioned if the Pokemon Gyarados can fly, this game is the first that confirms it. Paris, eh? Come on. Also, remember when I mentioned Pokemon can fall out of trees? Well, you can counter Pokemon out of trees, this is what I mean. If a tree is shaking like this, you'll have a chance of capturing, well, fighting one of these Pokemon. Burmy is one of them. It's a more common encounter. I never really liked Burmy. Burmy is only interesting in one aspect, having several different... Did I have Lumberries? It's the first time I've seen a Lumberry. Those are not very common. Wonder where I got that from. So, sword caps there. This is a first example that we're going to see moves that can increase stats in battle. So, you know, you can artificially make things like X attacks, X defense, dire hits. Not super useful in many means, but neat nonetheless. The fact that you can make them yourself is very interesting. Also, this will likely be your first encounter with a true alpha. You're going to need these iron chunks, though. Trust me on that one. You know, it's not really fair if you have moves that can follow you. Jeez, I'm out of those. I need to get out of the area. Well, that didn't work. Anyway, welcome to the Heartwood. A new area. Also, hi, Psyduck. Yes, who would have guessed that Psyduck, of all things, would be an aggressive Pokemon? It doesn't seem like a Pokemon that would be. Just because it's Psyduck. Oh, that doesn't help matters. Must be level 15 when Starly evolves. Seem to be misremembering things. Psyduck. There we go. Psyduck has been captured. Oh, no, it was 14. Stolavia. Okay, so here's what I meant by being able to find Cascoon and Silcoon easy. It doesn't. It doesn't entirely matter which one you get. Also, I accidentally caught a Baneri. But I'll take it. Also, if you couldn't tell by the music, yes. This is what would eventually become the Eterna Forest. I am Lion of the Pearl Clan, the Warden to Cleavor, Lord of the Woods. And you, I already deduced that you've come here to meet Cleavor, am I right, aren't I? Of course I am, I can see it so clearly. After all, the powerfully awesome Cleavor has become even more awesomely powerful. Perhaps that strange lightning the other day was Almighty Sinnoh's divine power. But whatever it was, it struck my lord and left him imbued with awesome might. So I must turn you away, even if it pains me. It's too dangerous for you to meet Cleavor right now. I'll do anything. Oh, such earnest desire to meet mighty Cleavor. I admit I'm struck by your passion. But well, I'm afraid your passion is not the real issue here. I have been told in no uncertain terms by Irida that I am to let no one near Cleavor. I will fight you if you must insist. If you wish to avoid battle, withdraw now, while you still can, or face the wrath of my Gumi. I'll take you on. You don't even realize I'm turning you away for your own safety? How sad you are. Go, Gumi, and see if you can ooze some good sense in over this foolish troublemaker. Trying to do a younger southern accent doesn't really work for me. By the way, yes, that is what I meant by the alternative pseudo to Garchomp. Sure, Gumi isn't much up front at first, but it's not bad. Well, that was easy. How can this be? I may have been defeated, but my point still stands. It's too dangerous to meet Cleavor now. The only welcome you'll get if you approach him is a flurry of devastating blows. Now, normally, I'd simply try making him an offering. A nice heaped helping of his two favorite foods, served up with respect by his loyal warden. That's me, of course. Usually enough to please him and soothe the prickliest of moods. But even I, Cleavor's loyal warden, can't get close enough to give any offerings now. Not with the way Cleavor is rampaging and running amok. There's nothing that an outsider like you can even do. The ancestors of Cleavor, Weirdeer, and their cohort drew on Almighty Sinnoh's own power to protect people and Pokemon alike, so it's said. It's by their grace that our clan, that any of us, still lives in vast Hisui today. Irida, what are you doing here? As you say, Cleavor's grown even stronger, but I'm afraid that strength poses a problem for us. If he was indeed struck by that lightning, could the bolts have been sent by that false Sinnoh that the Diamond Clan bows to? Cleavor means so much to our clan. I'd hoped we could bring the situation under control ourselves, not throw our hands up and ask some outsider for help. But we must save Cleavor from this frenzy. Every moment it continues, the danger grows. If more people and Pokemon are attacked, it will lead to conflict with both the Diamond Clan and the Galaxy team. You, stranger from beyond the sky, tell me, could you Galaxy people actually fix all this? Could an outsider actually find a way to quell our Lord's frenzy? I'll figure something out. Very well. Laia and I will gather fruits that please Cleavor in hopes that we might be able to get close enough to him, make him a proper offering. As for you, find a way to quell his frenzy, even if you must search every corner of vast Hisui. Hey, we have fast traveling now. Good to see you. And how is your research into Cleavor going? Swimmingly, I expect? Oh, is that so? Now that's quite the tidbit. So a serving of his favorite foods would normally make Cleavor quite agreeable, is that it? I need to mull this over back at the laboratory. You should come along too, dear girl. Okay, maxed out Starly and maxed out Kricketot. Alright, and we can rank up. Excellent. Like I said too, a lot of the rank ups will be off screen. So according to the information, you were able to learn from Irida and Lion of the Pearl Clan. The normal course of events that Frenzy Cleavor would be claimed by a nice serving of his two favorite foods. I do wonder, is it possible that the aromas or some other components of these foods might combine in a way to not only calm Cleavor, but draw him back from this frenzy? But by your own report, even Cleavor's warden, who looks after Cleavor and knows him well, cannot approach him in his current state. It would be a fool's gambit to get close enough to offer him food. Give me a moment if you would. I need some time to ponder on this. There ought to be something in my research notes that can help us. That's a nice touch. Eureka! We'll simply have to throw the food. You've quite the arm for throwing things, haven't you? Might I suggest you take Cleavor's favorite foods and throw them at the Pokemon? Makes sense to me. Yes, it's all coming together. We can use our skill in Pokeball crafting to shape Cleavor's beloved fruit in the balls, then throw them to achieve the the same calming effect but from afar. A brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. As for what to call these yummy projectiles, how about tea time balls? Puts one in mind of a nice relaxing afternoon tea, does it not? Are you sure, Professor? They're your own inventions. Why not call them Laventon balls? Oh my, with that name, it sounds like I'm the one being launched at our frenzied friend. In any case, we can rely on the Pearl Clan to gather the necessary foodstuffs, correct? Then you should hurry back to the Grand Tree Arena and tell the Pearl Clan about our brilliant plan. If you're off the Grand Tree Arena, best set out from the hike camps, yeah? Okay, any extra side quests? Okay, let's talk to Silene since we're here. Alrighty then. Those iron chunks, stockpile those as much as you can. Trust me on that one. My, that Galaxy Hall is one fine building, even from the outside. The Galaxy team certainly got themselves a grand headquarters, I'll give them that. Oh yes, I came because I had some news that I thought you might be interested in. Better you actually see what's going on though. Let's head to, what did you end up calling it? The Heights Camp? Ah, is it time? I spoke to Weirdeer about what's been going on. I told him how you've been trekking all over the Fieldlands seeking a way to quell Cleavor's frenzy. All this from someone who's not even part of our clan or the Pearl Clan. Just some wanderer who fell through a rift into this world. And hearing that, well, you can see how he responded. I trust you appreciate it. Weirdeer's found you worthy, you see, which means you'll need a flute like we have. Mind demonstrating for her, Mai? This is very important, so listen well. That's a Celestica flute that Mai just played. It's a precious tool that can be used to call upon Weirdeer so you can ride upon him. It's said that the Celestica flutes were gifts from the Almighty Sinner itself. And now, this one's yours. It's not that grand a gesture, really. I can't play the flute for the life of me. See if you can play that melody. Now use that Celestica flute wisely and gallop across the land with the great Weirdeer. You got a frenzy Pokemon to quell the Grand Tree Arena, haven't you? With Weirdeer, you can gallop across the Fieldlands in no time. Finally. Okay. Now, since we have this, what we're going to do, wrong button, is we're going to go back to this camp, and we're going to wait until morning. Because now it's going to be easier to get the Pokemon I'm wanting. Though it might be good to get a couple berries. And that's probably the last thing we're going to do, is try to hunt this Pokemon. And now we are capable of riding, and oh boy is this nice. Moving faster. And you can sprint with him too. I used to be a master of this, but I'm kind of rusty. It's been a while since I played this game. And I'm remembering why I like it so much. Ponyta. Spawn around here. Don't see any. Ponyta. It is a bit of a rare encounter, though, so I don't expect it to spawn immediately. This is just a Wurmple. This Weasel don't look any bigger than they normally do. I think there's an Alpha Rapidash around here somewhere. Just be very mindful of that thing. Because that thing can hurt you a lot. Yep, there it is. Took long enough to spawn, didn't ya? And that's not a good spot. Thank goodness. All right. That is the Pokemon I was looking for. Eevee. Now everyone knows Eevee. One of the most versatile Pokemon in the entire series. Now, for this part of the game, trying to think a little bit ahead. Which one's going to be most useful to me? You know, honestly, I'm going to go a little unorthodox. But it's going to take some time. Let's turn this quest. Well, you know how that song and dance goes. Problem is, I don't think Weasel learns any water moves, so we're going to do something very different. We're going to take Psyduck. Okay. We're just going to head back into town for now. Gonna make some more super potions. So now we're getting into everyday life in this game. Talk to this character, turn in this quest. Well, that's unfortunate. Cole's got anything for me? Always check in with Colza and try to grow as much as you can. It is very useful to have. Could have this one. Dude. Okay. Well, let's go and turn some of this stuff in. And I think that's all the time that we're going to have for this stream. Yep. All right. So we're going to save. I'm going to do some off-screen grinding in between and gathering some materials. But in the meantime, we're not going to progress with the story at all. So, nor am I going to evolve. I'm going to leave the Eevee I'm going to evolve Eevee into a surprise. So, until then,